We are joined now by that hero, bookkeeper Antoinette Huff, along with two officers who helped secure the shooter, Eric Hines of the U.S. Marshal Service, Clay Hobbs, the DeKalb County Police Department. First of all, thank you all for your great work and presence of mind in that situation. And Antoinette, let me begin with you. What went through your mind when you saw that young man with a gun walk into your office?
The safety of the students and making sure that everybody was not hurt or harmed.
What did you say to him?
Well, at first I thought it was a false alarm, and then he allowed me to know that it was not a false alarm.
So at that moment, you knew you were in danger, you knew the students were in danger. What did you do?
He actually asked one of the teachers that was with me to go and let everyone know that this was not a false alarm, that he was here. And I began to speak with him, but at that time he would not say anything. He just wanted me to know that he was not playing, and for me to call the news and also the police to let everyone know that he was here.
And then at one point he actually went out, some shots were fired outside, and he came back into the office, and that's when there really was a dialogue.
Yes, he went out the door several times and did shots outside of the door, and also did a shot inside of the school.
And that's when you began to tell him about yourself and your own struggles?
Yes, I began to tell him some of my life encounters and some of the things that actually was happening to me, and to get him to be able to start talking with me and opening up.
What did he say?
He said that he hadn't taken his medication and that he was going to die anyway, and that he was okay with dying, and that he was going to kill all of the police officers, and that he wanted me to know that he was not going to hurt me, and I told him okay, and that it was going to be okay.
And you told him you loved him?
Yes, I did. He said that no one loved him, and I told him that I loved him, and that it was going to be okay, that we were going to get out safely. And then I told him that if he just go ahead and surrender, since he didn't hurt anyone, that I would stay there with him until they came to get him. And so I walked him through of taking everything out of his pocket, taking all of the magazines that he had loaded, all of the additional weapons and everything that he had on him out of the bag, and put the bag on the counter along with everything else.
How did you stay so composed in this situation?
Through prayer. I just prayed the whole time.
And officer, while this is all going on inside the office, you all are scrambling outside and doing your best to get all those kids safe. Officer Hines?
We were outside, well, I was outside, and actually I was able to listen in on the conversation that she had with the police officer, relaying that information of the exact location of the shooter, where he was, what his demeanor was, and some of the actions that he was doing inside the school. I was able to relay that over to Detective Hobbs, who was on the other side of the school, formulating a plan to make entry.
And Detective Hobbs, what happened next?
Once we found out where he was located inside the school, we actually gained entry through a side building of the school, and luckily we had an officer there who was familiar with the layout of the school, and made it directly to the office where Antoinette had the man already on the ground, so we could apprehend him and take him into custody.
She did an amazing job, didn't she?
Yes, sir, she did.
Yes, she did. Outstanding.
Well, you all did, and you saved a lot of lives yesterday, and we're all grateful for it. Thank you for your service. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you,
sir.
Appreciate it.
Wow, she did everything right.
Her composure is miraculous.
And guess what? Antoinette is going back to work this morning. That's what she told us. Everyday hero.